Hello and welcome to St. Andrew Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. This is online lecture series and I am Rohit Raj from Civil Engineering Department. We are discussing geomatics and aerial surveying. Okay, and in that this is 12th lecture in this series. Today we will discuss spherical trigonometry. Okay, before this lecture we have studied the different types of spherical coordinate system. Okay, now we will see the different. We will see the trigonometry in spherical systems. Okay, include using the spherical coordinate system, and we'll be using generally we'll be using uh, we'll calculate altitude and azimuth. Okay, or sometime we will calculate latitude or longitude. Okay, so let's start with spherical trigonometry. Now, spherical trigonometry, it is a triangle which is formed. Okay, so spherical triangles is a triangle which is formed upon surface of the sphere by intersection of three arcs of a great circle. Okay, means this is formed like they are forming a triangular shape, not exactly triangular, just a shape. Okay, with the intersection of three arcs. Okay, three arcs of great circle. Okay, you will see an example, then you would have clear concept about that. Okay, so it is a triangle which is formed upon the surface of the sphere by intersection of three arcs of great circle. Now angles formed by the arcs at the vertices of the triangle are called as spherical angles. Okay, means the angle formed by the arcs at the vertices. Okay, they are spherical angles. So in the coming diagram, we will see this. There are the three arcs of great circle. That is, for an instant, you should see that AB here. Okay, this arc you can take as this. This is your arc. Okay, for this, for a moment, suppose this is your arc. Then we have another arc as AC. Okay, this can be your arc. Okay, this can be your arc, and third arc can be here. Suppose it is BC. Okay, so this is your third arc, and these are forming a spherical triangle. Okay, so this is your spherical triangle formed by these arcs, that is AB. Okay, BC and AC, and the angles formed at the vertices. These angles. Okay, these angles formed at the vertices, this angle, or you can say this angle or this angle, these angles are the spherical angles. The sides of a spherical triangle are proportional to the angle subtended by them at the center of sphere. Okay, as you can relate it with the normal triangles. Okay, so the sides of the triangle are proportional to the angle subtended by them. Okay, at the similarly here also for the spherical triangles, the sides of spherical triangles are proportional to the angle subtended by them. Okay, that arc region at the center. Okay, means the length of these arcs. Okay, or these sides of these triangles are proportional to the angle subtended by this arc portion at the center. Okay, here if it subtends angle. Okay, so this side length is proportional to the angle subtended by this arc at the center. Okay, Sine B means sine of angle subtended at the center of arc AC. Okay, so sine B here means the sine of angle subtended by the arc AC. Okay, sine B is clearly indicating the angle subtended by the arc AC at the center. Okay, this is resembling a sine B. This is your B, and sine B will be the angle. This is your B, and sine B will be the angle subtended over here. Okay, so sine B is the sine of this angle. A spherical angle is the angle between two great circles and is defined by the plane angle between tangents to their circles at the point of intersection. So spherical angle between two great circles. Okay, means here it is portion of one great circle. Okay, so this is part of one great circle and this is another great circle. So angle formed at this is like this only. So this angle is spherical angle. Okay, angle A is the angle between A1, A and A2. A1, A and A2. Okay, so angle A is angle between A1, A and A2. You can see this here. This is your angle A, and this is the angle between two great circles. Okay, and the defined by the plane angle between the tangents to their circles. Okay, means this is the tangent. Okay, and this is another tangent. So angle is between the two tangents. Okay, now properties of these spherical triangles. Okay, any angle is less than two right angles or pi. Okay, so any angle in a spherical triangle is less than uh, pi or 180 degree. Okay, so it should not be value should not be higher than pi. Okay, so any angle in a spherical triangle is less than pi, and sum of three angles is less than six right angles, that is 3 pi. Okay, and sum of three angles, okay, that is three angles for a spherical triangle, its sum should be less than 3 pi. Okay, or six right angles. Sum of any two sides is greater than third side. This is valid for normal triangle also. Okay, this line is valid for normal triangle also, that sum of two sides is greater than third side. Similarly here also it is valid that for a spherical triangle also the sum of any two sides is greater than the third side. Then we have, if the sum of any two sides is equal to the right angle or pi, the sum of angles opposite to them. Okay, if this sum of any two sides is equal to the right angles, okay, means sum of any two sides is equal to the right angles or pi, the sum of the angles opposite to them is equal to two right angles. Okay, so if the sum of sides is equal to pi, then sum of angles opposite to that sides is also pi. Okay, smaller the angle is opposite the smaller side, means the side opposite to angle or angle opposite to side is proportional to each other. Smaller the side, smaller the angle. Okay, so these are the properties. Properties are, first, the angles less than two right angles. Okay, and the sum of three spherical angles is less than six right angles, that is 3 pi. If the sum of two sides equal to pi or two right angles, then the sum of angles opposite to that sides is also pi or two right angles. And the third one is the sum of any two sides is greater than the third side, and the smaller the angle opposite to the smaller side. Okay. Now the formula in spherical trigonometry. So these are the relation that establishes well in spherical trigonometry. These are first sine A by sine A is equals to sine B by sine B is equals to sine C by sine C. Okay, what is A, what is B, and what is C? So the angle formed, okay, is measured with, is denoted with capital letters, and the length of the arcs, that is also in angle, so that is in small alphabet. Okay, so this establishes okay, so that is sine sorry, so this relation establishes well. Okay, sine A by A, sine B by B, and sine C by C. Cos A is equals to cos B into cos C plus sine A into sine B into cos C. This is also a relation, that is cos A is equals to cos B cos C plus sin A sin B cos A. Okay, so now we have another relations that we will be using in computations, that are sin A by 2 is equals to sin A by 2 is equals to sin S minus B divided by sin S minus C divided by sin B sin C. Okay, whereas is similar of semi perimeter in triangles. So here also this will be the sum of all the sides of a spherical triangle divided by half. Okay, so S is written over here, that is S is equals to half of A plus B plus C. So sine A by 2 is equals to root over sine S minus B multiplied with sine S minus C and divided by sine B sine C, where A, B, C are the sides of a spherical triangle. Similarly, cos A is equals to root over sine S into sine S minus A whole divided with sine B sine C. And for if we need to calculate tan A by 2, then this formula is root over sine S minus B into sine S minus C divided by sine S into sine S minus A. Instead of sine C in sine A by 2 relation, it is sine S minus A. So these are the relations. Okay, that is sine A by 2, cos A by 2, tan A by 2. The formula in spherical trigonometry are sine A by sine A is equals to sine B by sine B is equals to sine C by sine C, where these capital alphabets represent the angles formed by spherical triangles at the vertices, and small a, small b, and small c represents the length of sides or length of these arcs that are the parts of great circle, okay, that are forming spherical triangles. Okay, so that relation establishes well, that is sine a by sine A is equals to sine b by sine B is equals to sine c by sine C. And for spherical law of cosines, it is cos A is equals to cos B cos C plus sin A sin B cos A. This is your angle. Okay, and rest others are the side lengths, that is A, B, and C. And for computational purposes, these relations are sin A by 2 is equals to under root sin S minus B and sin s minus c divided by sine b sine c. And same relation establishes for tan also, only slight change here, that is sine c, instead of sine c we will be writing sine s minus a. Okay, and for cos it is sine b sine c, sine b sine c. Okay, and at the numerator portion it is sine s and sine s minus a. Okay, so you need to remember these relations. Okay, you'll be using this for computations. So these relation you need to remember. Okay, so today we have started the different about the spherical trigonometry. Okay, हम लोग आज स्फेरिकल ट्रिग्नोमेट्री के बारे में देख रहे थे, स्फेरिकल और स्फेरिकल ट्रायंगल्स के बारे में हम लोगों ने ब्रीफली पढ़ा है। स्फेरिकल ट्रायंगल क्या है? स्फेरिकल ट्रायंगल तीन आर्क्स जो कि ग्रेट सर्कल के पार्ट हैं। ग्रेट सर्कल आप लोग जानते हैं क्या होता है, अभी पिछले लेक्चर में हम लोगों ने करा है। तो ग्रेट सर्कल के तीन आर्क्स जब एक मिलकर एक फिगर इनक्लोज करते हैं वो हमारा स्फेरिकल ट्रायंगल है। और जो एंगल्स जो उनके वर्टिसेस पे बनती है उन एंगल्स को हम स्फेरिकल एंगल्स कहते हैं। इस फिगर में आपको ये क्लियर हो जाएगा, ये एक ग्रेट सर्कल है, ठीक है, ये एक ग्रेट सर्कल है और ये एक ग्रेट सर्कल है। तो इन ग्रेट सर्कल्स के मिलने से जो हमारा क्लोज फिगर बन रहा है वो एक स्फेरिकल ट्रायंगल बन रहा है। और इस स्फेरिकल ट्रायंगल के हमें प्रॉपर्टीज भी जाननी थी। जैसे कि प्रॉपर्टीज है कि इनकी जो साइड्स होगी वो कितना एंगल सेंटर पे सबटेंड करते हैं उससे प्रोपोर्शनल है। फिर अगर साइन भी हम लोग अगर इसका निकालना जा रहे हैं तो ये साइन बी जो होगा, ये साइन बी जो होगा ये यहाँ पे जितनी एंगल बना रहा होगा वो होगा, ठीक है। उसी तरीके से फिर हम इसके प्रॉपर्टीज के बारे में आगे पढ़ते हैं। तो अगर कोई भी स्फेरिकल ट्रायंगल है उसमें कोई भी एंगल पाई से ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकता है। अगर तीन एंगल के स्फेरिकल ट्रायंगल में के पार्ट जो हैं उनके सम जो है वो सिक्स राइट एंगल्स या फिर 3 पाई से ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकती। उसके बाद तीसरा जो है वो ट्रायंगल का ही एक प्रॉपर्टी है, उसी को हम स्फेरिकल ट्रायंगल में भी वैलिड कराते हैं। वो है कि कोई भी दो साइड की जो सम होगी वो तीसरे साइड से हमेशा ज़्यादा होगी। चौथा हमारे पास पॉइंट है दैट इफ द सम ऑफ एनी टू साइड्स, मतलब कोई भी दो साइड्स की जो सम अगर पाई होती है यानी कि टू राइट एंगल होता है तो उसके ऑपोजिट में जो एंगल्स होंगे उनकी भी सम जो है वो टू राइट एंगल्स होगी। और स्मॉलर साइड के ऑपोजिट जो एंगल होगा वो स्मॉलर होगा। इसके बाद हमको रिलेशन जानना था जो कि हम लोग स्फेरिकल ट्रिग्नोमेट्री में जो कि इस्टेब्लिश होता है। पहला रिलेशन है साइन ए बाई साइन कैपिटल ए इज इक्वल्स टू साइन बी बाई साइन कैपिटल बी इज इक्वल्स टू साइन सी बाई साइन कैपिटल सी। ये एक रिलेशन है जिसको हम लोग यूज करेंगे। दूसरा जो रिलेशन है हमारा स्फेरिकल लॉ ऑफ कोसाइंस वो है cos A is equals to cos B into cos C plus sin A into sin B into cos A। इसके बाद हमारे पास न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करने के लिए हमारे पास दो चार रिलेशंस और हैं। बेसिकली तीन रिलेशन है, साइन ए बाई टू, कॉस ए बाई टू और टेन ए बाई टू। और इसके रिलेशन है साइन ए बाई टू जो होगा वो अंडर रूट साइन एस माइनस बी इंटू साइन एस माइनस सी डिवाइडेड बाई साइन बी साइन सी, जहाँ पे एस जो है वो सेमी पेरीमीटर है। उसी तरीके से हमारे पास कॉस के रिलेशन है और टैन के रिलेशन है। सो आज के लिए इतना ही। थैंक यू फॉर लिसनिंग। Feel free to ask any doubt. We will continue from this and we will start with Napier's rule. Okay, in our coming lecture. Till then, feel free to ask any doubt. Okay, you can just contact on this number or you can just mail on this mail ID. Please give any feedback if you want any change. Okay, so just write so that I can improve the lectures. Okay. So just